More than 50% of your listening scores is not even from the listening module. There's one task in PT where if you're unsure about the answer, you can add alternative answers. And the single biggest mistake which majority of the students are making till date is using memorized templates. Hi everybody, my name is Varun. I've been teaching PT for the last 9 years and I have scored 90 14 times in the PT test. And in this video, I am going to give you a strategy which is going to help you crack your PT test in the very first go. These are the 10 do's and don'ts which actually decide if you'll get your desired scores or not. This is not general advice, this is specific, narrowed down advice which we give to students at Language Academy and which has helped thousands of students to achieve their desired scores. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you everything. I've divided the video or these 10 tips into 4 different sections. The first one is the strategy, that how you have to approach the test. Then tips for speaking, writing, reading and listening. And the final one are your moves, that what you have to do, what are your power moves, how you have to crack your PT test. A quick promise, if you're aiming for a band 6, 7, 8 or even a perfect 90, these tips are going to help you get your desired scores. I'll recommend you to take down notes so that you don't have to watch the video again and again, or you can save the video as well. Another thing, if you want to practice, you want to see how you're doing, you want to take mock tests, you can just go on languageacademy.com.au or download the LA PTE Exam Practice app. We have updated it recently and the changes are massive and they are helping a lot of students. The AI is updated, the scores are really close to what happens in the actual test. We have integrated the smartest AI and you will now get a clear idea of what you are likely to get in the test. So I'll highly recommend you to take the free full score mock test which is available on languageacademy.com.au or you can download the LA PTE Exam Practice app as well. Now the first thing, the strategy part, what you have to do, the very first thing you have to do is you need to make sure you focus on question types which are the highest contributors. You have got 22 different question types, but out of these there are few question types which will impact 2 modules at the same time and the impact is pretty heavy as well. So you have to focus accordingly. For example, from your speaking you have to focus on describe image, read a lecture, summarize group discussion and a bit on repeat sentences. These are going to impact your speaking and listening section a lot. Then writing, summarize, written text. It will impact your writing and your reading a lot. From your listening, you have to focus on summarize, spoken text and write from dictation. So these question types should be your topmost priority because these are going to impact 2 modules at the same time and the impact's pretty heavy. If you're doing good here, there are very high chances you will be able to boost your scores and you will be able to achieve your desired scores. Now, why I'm telling you that you should be focusing on these tasks is another do, which is point number 2, that more than 50% of your listening scores is not even from the listening module, that's from speaking. That is why I told you that you need to have your strategy right in place. I see a lot of students not really getting the scores in listening, practicing listening over and over again. You need to understand where you get your scores from and you have to work accordingly. Majority of your listening scores are from speaking, repeat sentence, read a lecture, then summarize group discussion and respond to situation. A bit from answer short questions as well. So you have to focus on these question types if you want to get your desired score in the listening module. And this is tip number 2. Similarly, the third thing which you need to avoid, this is part of a strategy as well. You need to avoid question types which are not really important, which are not going to move your scores, which will not really impact your scores. What are the question types which you need to avoid? Answer short questions from speaking. When I say avoid, it means you don't have to study a lot, you don't have to put in a lot of time. You have to just take it easy. Even if you go wrong here, you can still get your desired scores. Then you have got your reading MCQ single, reading MCQ multiple. Listening MCQ single, listening MCQ multiple, listening select missing words. Highlight correct summary you can practice a bit as it will impact your reading module a bit, but that's not really important as well. So now you know what you have to focus on, how your listening scores are from your speaking modules or how one module will impact the other module so that you practice and work hard, put in your time and hours and effort in the right area and you work in the right direction. And third, few question types you don't really need to put in a lot of time. All right, so these are the 3 things you need to be careful about. Now let's move on to number 4, which now brings us to our speaking and writing. Why our clarity is important, why real content beats template every time you sit for the test. Since PT has brought changes, it's been some time now. Remember, fluency is not the most important thing. Your clarity is. I see many of the test takers, they just focus on going fast. That is not the solution. Go at a moderate pace, take natural pauses, avoid unnatural pauses, hesitations, and self corrections. But your topmost focus should be your clarity. If you're speaking fast but you're not clear, you're not really going to get the scores. You speak slightly slow, but you're clear 100%, you will get your desired scores. Your clarity is way more important than your fluency. Fluency is not your speed. You can go at a slow speed but still be fluent. How? You have to just speak in a flow, take natural pauses. That's all you have to do for your fluency. So don't confuse it with your speed, but focus on your clarity. The more clarity you have, the higher scores you'll achieve in your speaking module. So this was point number 4. Let's move on to point number 5. Point number 5 again focuses on the speaking scores. Can you use templates? Answer is you can, but you have to play very smart. It's not the template which will get you the scores, it's your real content, relevant content, and many of the speaking questions are now human checked as well. And if you use excessive template or you speak irrelevant content or you're just using generic sentences which are not making sense or which are not going all together, you are not going to get your desired scores. If you actually want to get your desired scores, in describe image, read a lecture, summarize group discussion, respond to situation, minimize the template. You can use a structure like you can use connectors, fillers, or transition words, but majority of your response should be answer which has got relevant content to the question you have been given. If not, unfortunately, you'll not be able to get your desired scores. So in describe image, speak relevant content, read a lecture, try not to repeat the same phrases again and again, speak relevant content. If you're not even 100% accurate, that's fine, but you need to speak on the right topic or right question. Then summarize group discussion again, minimum template, maximum content, respond to situation. You can use a bit of template, but I'll recommend you try to keep it real as well. All right, so this is what you need to do in order to get your desired scores in speaking. Focus on clarity, focus on real content, less template, and don't worry much about your fluency, focus on your clarity. Point number 6 is, can you copy and paste sentences in summarized written text? That's a question I get every time. The answer is yes and no. The strategy remains the same, but there is a slight change at the end of the strategy. What you need to do, you still need to select 3 to 4 sentences from the passage which are important, which have got important information. You need to join or connect those sentences using connectors and then put full stop. But after that, you have to at least change or replace 3 to 4 words. If you do not do so, unfortunately, you're not going to get your scores. I've tried and tested this several times after the changes. All our students who have even scored or even got their desired scores in the month of June, 90 you can see, have used the same strategy, same approach. So I'll highly recommend you to do same as well. What you need to do, write or select 3 to 4 sentences, join using the connectors, but please change or replace 3 to 4 words, and that's how you get your scores in summarized written text. And that brings us to point number 7, which is now related with writing essay. Can you use templates in essay? Yes, you can, but again, there's human checking here. So I'll recommend you use a structure, but address the topic properly. Out of the 20 minutes you get for your writing essay, at least spend around 1.5 minutes to understand what the essay is asking and writing down few points which you need to address in your answer. And then whatever you write, try to go around 250 words, 260 words. If not, if your typing speed's not that good, you can go 220 to 230 words as well, but you have to address the topic properly. For example, if they're asking you give your opinion and you have not mentioned your opinion anywhere, you're not really going to get full points. If you're completely off topic, you're straight away going to get 0. If system or the human detects that you have used a pre-memorized response template or a structure which is not really addressing the issue or the question which has been provided, you are not really going to get the scores. So understand the question, use a template or a structure if you want to, but whatever sentences or content you're going to add in your answer, That has to make sense. That has to go together with what they have asked you. Rather, you can write, if you want to type or write or frame or structure your essay by yourself, you can do it yourself as well. The whole idea is around 250 to 60 words, addressing the topic properly, no grammar and spelling mistakes, and you will get 90 or 90. That's what I do, and that's what we suggest all our students to do as well. That brings us to point number 8, which helps you with your reading module. If you're not getting your scores in reading, what do? You come home, practice thousands or hundreds of reading blanks. That's not what you have to do. You need to understand where your reading scores come from. The topmost contributor is your summarized written text. And as I told you in summarized written text, point number 6, connect 3 to 4 important sentences, and if you want to get scores in reading, change 3 to 4 words. Then you have to focus on both the reading blanks, highlight incorrect words from listening, a bit on reorder paragraph. Don't worry about the remaining 3 contributors. You have to only focus on summarize written text first, get it straight out of the way. You need to get full points here. Both the reading blanks at least 70% accuracy. Then you have got your highlight incorrect words from listening and reorder paragraph. Practice a bit of these as well. So if you're not really getting your scores in reading, don't just focus on reading. See where you're actually getting your scores from. Work on the top contributors. Don't spend too much time on the contributors or low contributors, which are not going to award you a lot of points in the reading module. And now let's come to point number 9. Point number 9 is related with the first question type of your listening. Summarize spoken text. This question type is easy and extremely important, not just for your listening module, but for your writing module as well. If you want to get your scores in writing, please avoid using generic sentences or fillers here. Use a simple structure, 5 sentences. First sentence, what the main topic of the lecture is, 2 to 3 main points from the lecture, and then one conclusion. Do not use templates here. Please write relevant information. You can do it this way. The lecture was about whatever the main topic is. Firstly, furthermore, moreover, and to conclude. If you still want to use fillers or transition words, you can use phrases like firstly he mentioned, or the speaker told, or the speaker elaborated, whatever, but not more than that. Don't do this way. Firstly, the speaker highlighted important information about just one keyword. No, that's not going to help you, please. Summarize spoken text, relevant content, around 5 sentences, introduction, 3 sentences in the body, 1 conclusion, use proper transition words, make sure there are no grammar and spelling mistakes, around 65 words, and you will definitely get your desired scores. And then we have got the last point. What is it about? It is about the last question of the test, write from dictation. Can you still add extra words in write from dictation? Yes, you can. We have tried and tested it. All our students who achieve their desired scores, who go for the test, we recommend them, and here are the scores. How do you add extra words? The strategy, the approach should be clear. You need to give maximum 1 minute per write from dictation, including the audio time. Listen to the audio, try to take down initials, and then complete the sentence. Type back whatever you have heard. After typing back, if you're confused about spellings, about singular plural, about article, about ed at the end, add extra word. For example, the sentence is I am going to buy you a toy tomorrow. You're not really sure if it is I am going to buy you a toy or the toy. You write I am going to buy you a space the toy tomorrow. You're not really sure about it was if it was toy or toys. You write both the words. You get 1 point for each correct word. No negative marking for extra words, and you don't really worry about the sequence. We have tried and tested. We messed up whole of the sequence in write from dictation. Still got 90, so you don't really stress about it. But you don't just play around with the words. You don't just keep on adding extra words. You're going to waste a lot of time that way. If you're doubtful, go for it. Otherwise, move on. You'll have 3 to 4 dictations, and you have to make sure you have enough time and you give best on each and every question type. Now I've got a bonus tip for you. Throughout your PT, there are only 3 question types which are negatively marked. You highlight incorrect words from listening, listening MCQ multiple answer, reading MCQ multiple answer. Apart from this, nothing's negative marked, so never ever leave anything unattempted. Remember this thing. So that is it. These are the 10 things plus a bonus tip which you need to follow if you want to get 90 or 90 in the PT test. This is what I do every time. This is what all our students are doing it, and if you follow these, 100% you are going to get your desired scores as well. I've also attached a PDF in the comment section so that you can download it and have access to all the information I have provided you in this video. That's it from this video. If the video was helpful, do like, share and subscribe. If you want me to cover any other topic, let me know. I'll try my best to cover that. The only aim, the only motive of this channel is to make sure you guys don't waste your time and money and you achieve your desired scores in the very first go. Remember, students who achieve the desired scores and who do not, the only difference is working hard in the right direction. Direction is very important. You need to know what you need to work on and how you have to achieve your desired scores. To practice and to see if you're doing it the right way or not, you just need to go on languageacademy.com.au, register and start practicing. You can take one extensive mock test per section and one full scored mock test with scorecard, feedback and tutor analysis for free. You just need to go, and I'll highly recommend you to take that free mock test so that you have a clear idea that what you're missing out, where you're losing points, how you have to achieve your desired scores, and what is your current level. Everything is AI powered and we are making it smarter and smarter every day to match it with the actual test so that you get a real exam view and you get a clear picture on what you need to work on. If you want to practice on the go, you can download the PTE Exam Practice app as well. If you need any help with classes, with online classes or on campus classes, you can send us a message, give us a call. Our team will be with you and we will give 100% to help you out, like we have helped more than 50,000 students till date. Let me know if you want me to cover any other topic, and now go on languageacademy.com.au and start practicing.